Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he trusted and believed in the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There was a time, there was a conflict between Abu Bakr and Umar. They fought over an issue. A little fight happened between the two of them. So Abu Bakr realized that the mistake is on his side. He realized he did the mistake. So he went to Umar and he said, Umar, forgive me, I am sorry, I shouldn't have done it. Umar said, no, I'm not going to accept it from you. They rejected it, said, no, I'm not going to forgive you. Now listen to this story, because this story is very profound and it teaches us lessons in many different fronts in life, the way that we should be. Abu Bakr, as soon as he realized that he did wrong, he asked Umar for forgiveness. Umar refused. I want us to think of ourselves in the way that we are. You ask somebody for forgiveness. First of all, for you to acknowledge that you did a mistake and you wronged somebody, Allahumma barik, that's a good sign, right? And then for you to go to the person and say, it's my fault, please forgive me. That's another one, that's something else. And then on top of that, the person rejects it from you and says, no, I'm not going to forgive you. And you go to someone to intercede on your behalf so that they can forgive you. That is Abu Bakr. He acknowledged his mistake. He went to Umar, he said, forgive me. Umar refused. He went to the Prophet. What, to tell on Umar? No. To get the Prophet intercede for him and to speak to Umar to forgive him. So he went. The Prophet ﷺ, he knew his companions very well. He knew them very well. Are we all together, brothers? And I want you guys to understand the way that the Prophet's relationship with his companions was very unique. It was a relationship where they didn't just learn the revelation and everything with him. They lived their life of seeing how to live as a Muslim. So he was part of their life. He was part of their growth and everything. So they were getting tarbiyah. That's why a lot of us, we don't have that. We seek knowledge, but we don't get that tarbiyah side, because it's missing from us. No, we didn't get that. So when we learn information and knowledge, we turn out to be a way that is not pleasant or good. What did Umar radiallahu anhu do? Sorry, Abu Bakr. Abu Bakr went to the Prophet. As he's walking, the messenger's with his companions, he sees Abu Bakr walking from far. Then the Messenger ﷺ says to his companions that he's with, he said, أَمَّا صَاحِبُكُمْ فَقَدْ غَامَرَ. As for your friend, referring to who? Abu Bakr. He said he has gone into a heated debate and a discussion with somebody. Allahu Akbar. He knew it. He said, Abu Bakr today is not in his normal state. He has gone into a heated discussion with someone. Then the Messenger ﷺ and Abu Bakr come into contact. Abu Bakr reaches the Prophet. He said, Ya Rasulullah, إِنَّهُ قَدْ وَقَعَ بَيْنِي وَبَيْنَ ابْنَ خَطَّابِ شَيْءٍ. Me and Umar had a conflict. فَابْتَدَرْتُ إِلَيْهِ. I hastened to him for forgiveness, and he refused to forgive me. Ya Rasulullah, speak on my behalf and please tell him to forgive me. As they were talking, something else is happening in the background. Umar radiallahu anhu realizes himself and says, how on earth did you just tell Abu Bakr to leave, who came to you and asked you for forgiveness? I'm going to go to my brother and say, I forgive you, sorry. So he went to the house of Abu Bakr. His wife opens the door. He says, where's Abu Bakr? She goes, he's gone. Now she doesn't know where he's gone. But he knows Umar. Who else is he going to go to? The messenger's alive. There's no disputes or disagreements except they take it to the messenger. So he goes, he went to the Prophet. Umar makes his way to the Prophet ﷺ. As he's coming to the Prophet now is different to how he was when Abu Bakr was walking towards him. The Prophet is now different to how he is when Umar is walking towards him. Umar walks from far. The narrations mentions فَتَمَعَّرَ وَجْهُ رَسُولِ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وسلم. The Prophet's face changed. The Prophet ﷺ became very angry. Brothers, listen. Abu Bakr is still standing up. He saw the Prophet's face. He saw Umar coming from far. The narration mentions فَجَثَ عَلَى رُكْبَتَيْهِ. Abu Bakr threw himself on the floor with his knees. And he said, Ya Rasulullah, أَنَا الَّذِي بَدَأْتُ. I am the one who started the conflict. My brother Umar didn't do anything wrong. Allahu Akbar. Look at the level of the Sahabas. He said, I was the one who started the conflict. I am the one who did wrong. The Prophet was already angry. He didn't want to hear what Abu Bakr had to say. He waited for Umar to come. And the minute that Umar came, the Prophet said the following words. The Prophet said, not Umar alone. He addressed the entirety of his companions, all of them. And he said the following words. He said, I came out with a message. I was, at the beginning, I claimed and I mentioned I'm a prophet sent from Allah. All of you disbelieved in me. Every single one of you. Abu Bakr straight away said, you're true. You're telling the truth. He believed in me straight away. وَلِذَلِكَ Abu Bakr. When Nabi Muhammad said, he said, I'm a prophet sent from Allah. Abu Bakr didn't even say, let me think about it. He said, I believe you. You are telling the truth. The second time something similar like this happened was the night of Isra wal Mi'raj. When he was informed, they came to him, Quraysh, and they said to him, do you know what your friend Nabi Muhammad is claiming? And he said, what is it? They said, he's telling us that last night he went from Medina to Bayt al-Maqdis, and from Bayt al-Maqdis he went high up into the air. He saw all of this, and he came back, all of that in one night. Abu Bakr said, did he say that? He said, yeah, that's what he said. He said, Wallahi, if he said it, that's the truth, it happened. And that's the level of Abu Bakr. That's why he's called a Siddiq. So the Prophet went on to say to Umar and all the other companions, Abu Bakr believed in me. Abu Bakr believed in me when you guys all chose not to.